Warning: sensitive images.
All right. If I have anything noted here for you, I can't read my writing. Forget that part. U.S. and EU making new sanctions for Russia.
Oh.
China has still not sanctioned them, but they refuse the oil. Cheap, reduced price already, and you refused. It's more or less like that, because the rest you already have spoken also. You found it yourself. I was so excited. I thought, I found all good news for you. But you knew everything already. How disappointing for me. It's good that you know some things. Because you are a news agency. You must know some, huh?
Yes.
The world we live in, we must know a little bit.
Yes, Master.
We cannot be like the ostrich, put the head in the sand to hide. Or the whole big fat body is sticking out like shining like the sun for all to see. Oh my God. I don't know why NATO still needs some excuses. Russia's war will starve millions of people in Europe at least. And they don't have food and all that stuff. And many supplies are not there anymore because they cannot get in through Ukraine or from Ukraine or by Ukraine or into Ukraine. So that is a big disturbance. It's also life and death matter for European people when they have no food.
Right, yes, Master.
Suddenly cut off a supply like that. Or just trickle in a little bit here and there. Only rich people can buy. Or people with connections.
Yes, Master.
Normal people, poor people, will not know where to buy food. And that is the kind of war already.
Yes, Master.
Right.
The Russians want to starve people into submission. Because Russia is also the big exporter of food.
Yes.
Yes.
And now Ukraine is also a big exporter of food. And Putin just stopped them, just like strangling people. Don't let them eat. Cannot eat.
Yes.
That is a war already. That's an invasion already. I don't know what NATO is waiting for.
Yeah.
Either whatever you do with weapons or no weapons, you're killing people anyway.
Right.
And NATO people, NATO countries, all the countries around Ukraine are having food from Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
So now Ukraine cannot supply to them. So that means many people will be short of food or will be starving.
Yes.
I mean, sooner or later. They already have problems now with food and with many other supplies. So if that is not war, then what is it?
True, Master.
That's right.
Yeah, it's intended to cause discomfort, unpeacefulness, disharmony, and starvation. Then that is also a big war.
Yes,
Master.
And NATO is still assists us. Wait until all their people die, or Russia will come to invade them. Then they can't tell us any more logic. If they still can open their mouths, or they're already dead from starvation. But maybe not, because they are leaders. They always have things to eat or to wear. They don't need anything much.
Yes,
Master.
Only the ordinary people will suffer. Same in Russia. Sanctions will make people suffer. So many businesses have been closed by foreigners and natives as well. So many people will be out of jobs.
Yes, Master.
A lot. Numerous people will be out of jobs in Russia and Ukraine and other countries related as well. So it's a kind of war also. You don't have to shoot people to kill. You can kill them in different ways. You choke them.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
You starve them. You deprive them of their necessities. So that's a big war already to me.
Yes,
Master.
So I don't know why NATO is so stupid. Or maybe deliberate, because also working like evil. Just like Biden, he was always reluctant to give Ukraine anything. And right now, some senators or people of the army suggest that they should bring American soldiers and equipment in there to fight. And Biden said, no. Before, it took a long time for him to give some javelin. And it takes a long time now to promise some tanks. I don't know how long it takes to go there, to transport with the difficulty at this time of the war already. And people suggest to bring American soldiers in. No. That will make World War III. If he doesn't do it, it might be World War III.
Right.
Yeah, because nobody will stop Russia. You look at that, they don't care. They don't care how many people die.
Yes.
It's just like Stalin,
Yes.
long time ago, killed just like that 22,000 people for nothing, for no reason. Or Hitler killed a lot of Jews like that. Or like Mao Zedong long time ago, Mao Zedong.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
He wanted to do some project or something.
Yes.
There was maybe during the war or not. And his people, comrades, told him, but this will kill a lot of people. At least 20,000 people or something at that time. I forgot. A lot of people anyway.
Yes.
And then Mao Zedong answered, do you know what he said? Do you remember? Do you know?
Yes, we know.
What did he say? I told you a long time ago also.
He said it's not that much or something. He didn't feel this was a big number.
Yeah, he said we have many people.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people.
Oh.
Meaning it doesn't matter if you sacrifice some numbers.
I remember starving like 20 million something people.
So, supposed to die because of that?
Because of starving.
Starving. Okay. I can't remember. 20 million is too much for me to imagine. I thought it's only 20,000. I forgot, okay? Never mind, we can check that on the internet,
Yes.
in the history book. But to look at people like ants like that, imagine what kind of level he came from.
Right.
He must have come from hell
Yes.
or devil's domain.
Yes, Master.
I'm scared now. Like Mao Zedong did not care that half of the Chinese population, half of his countrymen would die of starvation because he uttered something like, we have a lot of people.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
China has a lot of people. I read it somewhere before, but I don't know if we can find this evidence on the news. It's just such news you can find or not.
去年汪登信问毛泽东，文化大革命这2年到底死了多少人？毛泽东说2000万吧，然后他说2000万算什么？我们一个福建省就有7000万，中国历代皇帝没有一个人敢讲出这样一个对人民彻底无情的话，没有。
They say people will die, and Mao Zedong said, but we have millions of people. Something like that. It means we have a lot of people. So
Right,
it
Master.
doesn't matter if some of them die. Oh my God. I never forget that sentence. I read it and it stuck in my head. Like it strikes me in my heart.
Yes, Master.
And Stalin, he forced the deportation of millions of people to such a remote and forgotten corner of Russia, and also was responsible for countless deaths.
Yes.
These two are the pillars of communism. They were the kind of founder, inventor of communism, and ruling two such big, vast countries as big leaders, and couldn't care less about how many people died.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
They
right.
just one power, that's it. And now Putin does the same, bombing everywhere to kill civilians.
Every Russian atrocity could be recorded, and as the Kremlin's finding out, every illegal order potentially intercepted and exposed.
Машина проехала, не увидели там машины или техника, и 2 человека с рощи по гражданке.
Да валите всех нахуй там, ебаный в рот, блядь.
Я понял. Тут
Чего
вся
вы
деревня в
тупите, сука,
гражданке.
отмоёбы, блядь? Едет гражданская нахуй, в расход, сука, всех.
Intentionally targeting civilians, something Russia categorically denies is a war crime. Kremlin blames Ukrainian forces for the devastation and the bloodshed. But hours of audio recordings said to be of Russian soldiers communicating with their commanders and released by the Ukrainian security services seem to tell a very different story. One of civilian areas laid to waste by Russian forces on purpose.
Пиздец, вот и везде, блядь. По западу, нахуй, по населенным пунктам прямо, хуярь, блядь, понял, нет?
Так и делаю.
Ебани туда нахуй побольше, блядь, чтобы сравнять эти два села, блядь.
Today there was another news. They bombed a train station and even had written on the bomb for children.
Yes.
And they bombed and killed at least 50 people and hundreds wounded over there also.
Yes, they did.
And then don't care, just kill so many people, so kill anywhere and destroy everything in their wake. They kill just civilians because they are so incapable of defeating the Ukrainian army. This is a shame. Or maybe it's just a pattern. It looks like a pattern of the communist leaders just killing people and don't care, treating them like insects, like harmful insects or something.
Yes, Master.
And insulting them before killing them, according to all the news I read. If communism is like that, I would never want to have anything to do with it. I am definitely for a free world.
Yes, Master.
I'm for humanity. If communism propagates this kind of inhumane practice, well, butchering of murderous kind of policy, win at all costs, no care for who dies and how many die, then please just stay away from communism. I stay away. So many invasions, so many deaths, so much sorrow, suffering in so many different countries already. And this is the 21st century. And still, just walk inside people's country and then kill everyone like that. Children, elderly, women, men, don't even care who. Just kill like that.
Yes, it's horrendous.
This is barbarous, beyond barbarous. It's like a pattern. Why other countries don't do that? Only the countries that belong to communism do that.
Yes.
I'm risking myself to say this, of course. But you have to say it. I'm scared.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
How come they don't respect humans' life or anything? No matter if one person died, that's one person, one human.
Yes.
Her life is precious.
Right.
Yes.
And you just kill them. It doesn't matter how many. Don't care. Just like Putin right now, just go into any city and kill all the people like that. And damages all the buildings. You know, in Mariupol, they say that 90% are damaged. 90% is destroyed. Imagine how long it takes to build that. Rebuild again, and people's lives.
Yes.
You cannot rebuild all the people's life and the love and energy and the harmony within that country anymore.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yes.
True, Master.
It takes long time to heal that, to rebuild that peaceful energy. It's not easy as to build another house.
Right.
Yes, Master.
Even to build simple houses with the material things, from bricks and cement only, it takes so long, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And to build such a peaceful, harmonious, loving, and hardworking energy like for the Ukrainian people in their country, it takes long time to heal.
Yes, Master.
That's
right.
If we could even heal. Oh, and just there is nothing like that, just nothing like that. And how will people even trust any communist country anymore, huh? All this time, the world still trusted Russia, even though under Putin, they already messed up. They have up a lot of trouble in many countries already, and by the body of the country, of different nations already. And the world just kind of ignored it, tolerated it, hoping that that's all there was. There was no more aggression, no more bullying, and no more killing. But now it happened again. 6 weeks already, continued killing.